Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Kathy Uriarte.
And I'm Joe Gazen. We're going to begin with some gruesome discoveries today in Brooks County, where authorities found the remains of 4 people believed to be illegal immigrants.
Yeah, the remains were actually found on 3 separate ranches. Our Mike DeSilva is first at 6 and live from Brooks County with this story. Mike?
That's right, Joe and Katya. And the Brooks County Sheriff's Department says this is the most immigrant remains ever found in one day in Brooks County. Today, we were given some exclusive access to one of those ranches where remains were found. We traveled some 20 miles into the Mariposa Ranch with the Sheriff's Department where skeletal remains were discovered. We were there as the Sheriff's officials took photos of those remains and collected the bones and put them into a body bag. An ID was found with the remains of a Guatemalan man. Authorities will have to work to confirm to see whether that ID does in fact belong to those remains. The Sheriff's Department says the remains of 4 people discovered today are immigrants who never made it to their destination and succumbed to the elements out in the heat. Chief Deputy Benny Martinez explains just how difficult the terrain is the immigrants are traveling.
As you can see, this terrain here behind us, you wouldn't think it's part of Brooks County terrain, but it is. There's actually sand dunes on here. And this is what they have to walk through if they actually don't know the area, and which probably this particular person didn't. So he's really going to find it very difficult to work his way. Of course, the weather, on the other hand, has been up in the hundreds, plus the index, so it's been hard.
Now, how were the remains found? Well, the Sheriff's Department says Border Patrol was tracking a group and caught a man who then led authorities to these remains. It's unclear how long the remains have been out there in the brush on the ranches. Now, today's 4 brings the total number of immigrants found so far this year in Brooks County to 56. 129 were found last year. Authorities say one of the immigrants found today was a man from Mexico. Another was a woman. And as for the 4th, the gender is unknown. And of course, the Sheriff's Department says this is no way for anyone to die. All they can do is say a prayer for them. Joe and Katya?
Yeah, you bet. And just a tragic circumstance. All right, Mike, thanks very much. Live from Brooks County tonight. Well,